Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France deck G4-5 game with Midlake, Alexandria, and JG. Looking at this first pick, I see a whole lot of garbage. Plow Driver is serviceable, but not great. I wonder almost if I should... So, like, for me, I'm looking at this and saying it's Humble Farm Boy and planning not very many occupations, or it's Plow Driver and speculating generally on Stonehouse cards. And Stonehouse cards are fun, so we'll take the Plow Driver. There is Humble Farm Boy and Minimalist. Yep, that's definitely an option. Minimalist, though, I don't like committing to Minimalist too early, because you need to feed. You need your feeding to work out pretty well, and you need certain miners in order to make Minimalist worth it. So, like, maybe we just get a pretty normal game of other stuff, like, I don't know, Hoarder's pretty good. You can take Hoarder here. One of the problems with the 3-room stone house is point ceiling, but I like Hoarder here. Hoarder increases your point ceiling nicely. Alright, we've got all 4 players seated in the game. Hopefully none of them simply disappear. Which, we've had a couple of boarded attempts at this game so far with different players. Okay, well, Veggie Importer is pretty good with Plow Driver. Mountain Plowman is pretty good with Plow Driver. We've also got Champion Breeder here. I like Champion Breeder, but I don't think I've seen support for it, honestly. I don't think my first occupations work with it all that well. I could abandon them and go for more of a Champion Breeder game. Thing is, I could take Veggie Importer. I could take Mountain Plowman here. Mountain Plowman, I guess I like a little less. Oh, it's not bad. Veggie Importer's pretty solid, though. If I take this, will Mountain Plowman come back? There's a chance. And if it doesn't, we get Gardener back. And Gardener plus Veggie Importer is, you know, get your own feeding done. Easy peasy. Okay, this pick, it's between Resource Seller and Organized Handyman. Resource Seller is pretty nice in that it can get me extra stone. And just the resources in general are more useful with Hoarder. Organized Handyman, though, is a pretty solid card. Usually if you go to a 3-room stone house and don't grow again, you often don't have room to play, like, you don't have time to play all your improvements. And then Organized Handyman obviously alleviates that issue. So I think I could go either way here. Of course, me playing Organized Handyman makes it pretty unlikely that I would hit the Humble Farm Boy bonus, but I'm not usually too concerned about that. I think just because of Hoarder plus Resource Seller is a reason to take that on its own. I mean, clay fiber lets me get resource seller stuff quicker, which is kind of nice. I'd really like to open something like Stone House Extension. That would be really good. Then I could take clay fiber and play with resource seller. Barring that, maybe midwife. Yeah, like clay fiber is fairly weak. The only reason I would take it is to get extra stone to build a stone room. And usually I'm not going to build a stone room unless it's discounted in some way. Oh, we could take midwife here. Don't really see myself playing any of these. We'll take unicycle driver in case we have some extra stone, or if we want to link maybe the clay. If I can link the stone in the clay, and I can use the clay for resource seller, and then take the road to the stone to use that as well. That might be playable. Might be. Okay, let's see. I'm interested to see what miners we get here. Wow, Champion Breeder came all the way back. Tells me there's really no support for animal games in an animal game here. Now, I like Champion Breeder, but I think if I'm gonna it makes sense for me to set up my hoarder and my plow driver, and I think doing that is gonna probably mean that I don't have time to also set up the Champion Breeder. So I think I just take Gardener here. Like I said, Gardener plus Veggie Importer is easy feeding. Yeah. All right. This pick, I'm kind of regretting not taking the Mountain Plowman with Seeing Loom here. Iron Plow is also pretty good, although with Plow Driver I don't like plows that much. Cloister, don't really think I want to play a Cloister game. Although I could take, if I take Iron Plow and ignore Plow, let's say I ignore Plow Driver and take Iron Plow. The thing is, with Iron Plow, I usually really want to get a sow action in stage 3, but this would be pushed to stage 4 if I'm waiting for the Veggie Importer to come in. The question of how heavily do I want to commit to Plow Driver, sort of. I could take Bookmark here, Bookmark would be totally fine to play something like Hoarder or Plow Driver. I could plan to take Bookmark, and then Stonehouse Reconstruction likely comes back. Saves me an action. Does require an extra stone, but... yeah, this pick is too hard, so I'm going to take the easy pick, which is Bookmark. I'm not sure what the right move was there. Well, there's downsizing. Downsizing is pretty good. Yeah, downsizing looks good. There's heavy plow. Man, all these animal miners. Well, Cherry Orchard gives vegetable, which I have Veggie Importer. I don't really want to play it. Kudzu is actually probably playable just because if I'm going to do a 2-room house, like if I go 3-room downsize back to 2-room, 5 fields, 4 tight pastures, Kudzu covering 4 spaces could be pretty good actually. Yeah, I mean I could play Mountain Cave here, and Mountain Cave does trigger Resource Cellar, which is nice, and you can use Mountain Cave for Hoarder. So there's some arguments to be made there. Yeah, Kudzu might come back, so I think we take Mountain Cave here. I like Large Sun Hat, but I don't think I need it in this game. Maybe... no, do I want to take Brushwood Roof? I guess I can. Yeah, I could take Brushwood Roof. You know what? No, because I'm going to want Reedstone Food as many times as I can get. Nice thing about renovation materials is it does let me reno earlier than I could otherwise, but if I'm going to downsize, the cost is bad. Could maybe take Yolk. Fruitcake is okay, but I have no grain source yet. I really don't think I'm likely to play Large Sun Hat. I think early fields are just not what I'm going to need this game. But late fields I might want, so we could take the Yoke here. We have seen a couple plows, so... okay, do we take Stonehouse Reconstruction here? It makes your stone costs higher, which is kind of a pain. But it does let you potentially save a half action or an action getting your plow driver out faster. I'm not that excited for any of the others, so... man, I'm really regretting not taking Champion. Like, downsizing is making me regret not taking Champion Breeder. And seeing Heavy Plow, and seeing Loom. There are some good cards there. I don't want any of these cards. I'll take Millstone, I guess. And Kudzu, I think, is actually playable here. Man, I have had a couple not great drafts in a row, and not saying for videos, but like the other 2 drafts, I wasn't that happy with. My first, especially my second picks in both drafts, I was like pretty not too happy with. So we start fourth, which is too bad, but start player mountain cave is a thing, so not too worried about it. Alright, well, Alexandria went on occupation but then didn't play an Ock. Good start. Resource collector, sure. So I'm not sure if Alex. Don't think Alex has actually played in a while, but she did stream a couple times. Oh, she's played a bit. Yeah, played more recently. Oh, she's been playing pretty regularly actually. Thought she was off the site for a while. Maybe we just weren't playing at the same time. But yeah, Alex streams at twitch.tv/Alex. Oh my goodness. I first picked Plow Driver, and then the person in front of me has Stonehouse Builder. Well, if there were any Stonehouse cards, I certainly did not see them in the draft. And you know what else? It means JG will never take start player. I think he's just going to read Stone Food with his second action. So I'm going to sit last for a lot of the game. That is a shame. Hi, Mine and Poppin'. Thanks for tuning in. Third time finally. Yes, that's right. Put out Alex's read for her. And I'll start Player Mountain Cave. I do like to read, although I think it's worth getting my resource seller out. Is there that second clay there? Wood clay, reed clay, stone clay, clay stone. Yep. So what should I do with my second move here? Pretty sure JG will play an occupation. Would I take 2 wood ahead of 2 reed? Probably not. Yeah, coal investor for JG, sure. Do want to play my veggie importer at some point as well. To read and then looking at building the first room looks pretty good. Although Alexandria has a good claim at that as well. If I could get 4 wood next round, that would be great. It's possible. I don't think it's likely. I would require mid-lake to do something random. Star player fish trap. Yeah, this might be that kind of game. Because, yeah, JG's not going to start player, and we go right back to being in 4th. Feels bad. SP bookmark for midwife. Don't think I'm all that committed to midwife. Like, I don't think I really have to play it. Like, I'm not gonna 2 room. I'm definitely building a room and growing. So, I think we can wait to see. I don't want to lock myself into growing 4th either. Like, I'm happy using bookmark for a plow driver or hoarder. Like, if I family growth round 6, bookmark to play hoarder in round 9 would be great. So 3 wood, 4 clay looks like the round here. So I don't know if Alex needed a fireplace with her first move there. I mean, mid-lake, definitely there's a chance mid-lake built the well here, but I don't know if I would have played around that. I guess Midlake also might be doing the basket, like a basket maker's workshop. Can be pretty good with fish trap. And JG first action start players. That's unexpected. A pleasant surprise. So I think what I'm looking at is I'm looking at trying to get to stone and having Plow Driver in play for the start of round 11. Because I can get the stone. Because I can get, if I set up myself up so that I get stone plus a stone in round 7, stone plus a stone round 9, then actually use it here. Unless, of course, I have Stonehouse Reconstruction in play, then and Plow Driver already in play by the end of round 9, then I could reno up. That seems pretty unlikely. What are we waiting on? Waiting on Midlake to click end turn. Alright, Berry Picker, cool. I also need food. But JG doesn't really need it, and Alex doesn't need it because she'll take the sheep. Midlake doesn't need it, so I think I'm good gambling and hoping that I get 4 food next round. I think taking the clay here is solid. Especially because I have second action, so. So 4 clay plus a clay. So a question here is, how much do I want to commit to getting Veggie Importer out? Because I could build the first room next round. I could probably build a room into 4 food. Humble Farm Boy is out, which makes me not so sad if I don't play occupations. But I don't know, that Veggie Importer is going to be pretty good. Like, growing 2 rounds later to gain a couple actions from Veggie Importer might be worth it. So we'll go ahead and take food here, and then occupation should come back. I guess there's also a pretty good chance of us getting a double build here, just because of how much wood's been available, and also the fact that I got reed on Resource Seller, so like Reedstone Food gives me enough reed for a double build. So I'm only like 4 wood away. I guess 5 wood realistically with Bookmark, and 1 wood, 1 stone, 1 wood to a stone, of course. Although maybe I don't convert this round. Maybe I would convert next round only, or like in round 7 only. Alright, Alex building room in 2 stables. Looks good. Good start for Alex. Well, mid-late can start player into 6 wood next round, which would be kind of annoying, but don't see a way around it. I don't want to just take 3 wood here. Play veggie importer. Mid-lake builds the well, so no 6 wood action. So JG's going to have 6 wood fall into his lap. Oh, man. What a game. The first time no one takes start player in stage 1 is when 6 wood is going to go into someone's lap. That's a shame. I guess if round 5 is family growth, then I'm happy because JG is forced to choose between growing round 6 and taking the 6 wood. So that's what we're hoping for. But no, JG's just going to take this 6 wood. So I actually like 5 food traveling players quite a bit. I was going to read stone food, but you know what? I'm going to take reed and then I'm going to reno. But if I reno and build clay rooms, then I don't downsize. Let's do this. Pretty sure we're getting back clay or 5 food. Yeah, one of the big advantages of downsizing is just that you can still grow really early. And you can still fence relatively early. But I mean, if I'm not spending any wood on rooms, then downsizing is not as necessary. Pretty sure JG builds 2 rooms here. And then I'll take traveling players, and hopefully I get 6 clay next round. No, JG. So if I build a room here, do I get second family growth? I think I do. Because Alex is forced to start player, and if she doesn't start player, then I get first family growth. Then I start player next round. So Midlake and Alexandria are both averaging like 37-second turns, and that's kind of killing the speed of the game. Taking twice as long as they should be on each action. I wonder if I should have taken 5 food instead of the reed there. I mean, I can take 3 food in round 7, but maybe I should have recognized my feeding was going to look really bad and instead just gone for midwife there. Or instead of building a room, planned on playing midwife. But round 6 is family growth, so I get family growth in round 7, so that's not bad. Thing is, whoa. Renovating to clay already. Interesting. Thing is, 3 food fishing is not enough. I would need to fish and do something else. Like, I really don't want reedstone food. Pretty sure I don't need to start player here. If Midlake first action builds, then I should get it back. I should get something back. Thing is, as soon as I build the fireplace, Alex is going to take 2 sheep. Which doesn't help my cause at all. I also was saying I wanted clay to convert. So this is a case where thinking is actually more reasonable, I think. Like, I guess I could take 2 stone. Thing is, if I take 2 stone, I have to do a start player action. I still can't feed. But you know what? I need to get my feeding engine going, so 2 stone it is. I'm really regretting not having converted a wood to stone with Mountain Cave. Because if I had, then I could read stone food and then build the basket maker's workshop. Is it worth begging to grow 1 round earlier? No, it's not. So the only question for me now is pottery or basket maker's workshop. Basket maker's workshop is more food, but pottery is appealing because I want to take clay twice in pretty quick succession for my resource cellar. Although I guess the second clay grab is not super urgent. This looks like my plow driver is going to be delayed. Good old mountain cave. Yeah. Yeah, pay a food that's going to cost me an action. Yeah. You know what? If I'd converted the wood, it would have been good. If I'd converted the wood, it would have been done exactly what I needed, because I could have redstone food into Basket Maker's Workshop. But no. No. Oh well. I mean, I was third or fourth for 3 out of the 4 rounds in stage 1. So that's a hard position to play from. Didn't get a single redstone food action, so I got no incidental food income. I really should have taken the 5 food trolling players. That read action was a mistake. Never worth to do so except hindsight. Well, I mean, I should be planning ahead better. It should not have taken me this long to realize that I had a strict need to feed. Like, and now I'm gonna pass 6 wood to Alexandria. Oh, this is just brutal. Just brutal. Well, pottery or Basket Maker's Workshop. Let's go pottery for this one. Because I don't mind taking Reedstone food next round. If I take Reedstone food, then I can go for the Basket Maker's Workshop as well. Yeah, playing that veggie importer has just like snowballed, where it's just been really bad. Like, I played Veggie Importer with the plan that in round 11 I'll sow 3 vegetables, or 2 vegetables at least. And then even if I don't have Gardener out, I can play Gardener in round 12, and then you're still gaining a bunch of food. And me building pottery here makes it less likely for me to build a cooking hearth, and I'll do my best from this position. Oh my god, did Midlake just think a minute to decide whether or not he wanted to start player? Oh my goodness. Is he suspecting some trick? You know, there's no trick. Also, I really should have played Midwife. I should have listened to you, Rylocren. Should have listened to Rylocren and played Mountain Cave. Midlight could have taken 6 wood there. Yeah. Sometimes you just lose to the player who gets the first fireplace in the first room. And that happens in a early sheep game too. We'll do what we can from this point, but sometimes you first pick plow driver, and then the person after you has stonehouse builder. That happens. I mean, I'm kind of happy to see Park Cemetery. It's another way to trigger my resource seller. So I have to take food. Should I 2 clay into reedstone food? Nah. I'll fish. First move fish, and then... Well, I'd like to 4 wood, I guess. Taking the clay here is kind of appealing, just to get that second stone in this next harvest, which lets me Basket Maker's Workshop. Well, that's nice of you to say, Relocran, but creative, you can put in brackets or in quotations. Not better to be creative if it's like my goal is to win, so. We're up to 40 seconds per turn. Grow first and feed fine. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think it's easy to play, but I actually don't think it's the most reliable, because I think cards are good, and I think playing cards is usually a good way to do well. I could reno unwanted goods. you have 4 equal players, 4 equally strong first. The one who grows first and feeds fine usually wins. Yes, but I don't agree that 4 players with equally strong hands will all go for the first family growth. I think you'll have, like, your hands will be strong in different ways. Like, you'll want to set up a combo or whatever. Oh my goodness, Alexandra's building the Basket Maker's Workshop too. Oh, kill me. Alright, how are we feeding in round 9 without the Basket Maker's Workshop? Not well is the answer. Kind of feel like I need to take some way to feed here. Like I need to build a cooking hearth with this move to get 2 boar next round. If I do, I think JG's feeding might be difficult enough that I can grow ahead of him next round. Now passing on the 4 wood again is not great, but Star player Clay into Reno cooking hearth. Oh, with unwanted goods. Oh, that would have been a good idea. I kind of like blocking the major minor space though. Because if I block the major minor space, the only 2 people with cooking implements at the start of next round are me and Alex. So then I have a pretty good chance to get one of the 2 good feeding moves. The other thing is I did build a wood room, so I think I do want to downsize. It's probably worth it. Think a sec. So it was just like this is gonna be a little while because I'm playing slow too, but I'm playing slow because my game is going horribly and I'm trying to think what are my possible outs. And I don't have a whole lot of them. Okay, yeah, taking 4 sheep seems like a good move. I guess trying to decide if I am able to take the sheep or not, maybe. But JG plows there. Wow, really not afraid about his feeding at all. That's interesting. Well, I think I will play bookmark here. Start player bookmark. One, two, three. Yeah, so I can play hoarder or plow driver there. And I'll get myself family growth. Bargaining Baker for Midlake, that's a good one. This is the most unusually played Bargaining Baker I've ever seen. I guess really nobody's gone for crops, which is kind of unusual. Normally there's some kind of crop play. But this is like the latest Bargaining Baker clay oven I think I've ever seen. After building the well and playing Park Cemetery and Hay Rake. So if JG grows next round and doesn't have a way of getting food, he would need 3 food with his second action, which there will be traveling players available. I'm wondering... Well, Alex just fenced 10, so I'm definitely taking these boar. And if JG wants the family growth, then I'll take 4 wood or 4 food, and then he'll probably starve. What's our game time at? We're an hour in. And we're not at the end of round 9 yet. I think yesterday we were starting round 14, an hour in. We are undone by salary. Good card, salary. I won't convert a stone. If I downsize, I only need 4 stone to play Stonehouse Reconstruction, and then 1 stone to Hoarder. So if I convert 1 stone when it's on top here, that's all the stone I need for the rest of the game. And I've got a bunch of useless read that I don't need. Well, I guess I need 2 read, plus 1 for Hoarder, and then 1 for Kudzu. Man, Kudzu's going to be great when I'm not able to fill any of my farm. Really good when you're doing really badly. Alright. Well, we have to first section family growth because JG built 5 rooms. So we'll go ahead and play downsizing here. So next round we should take 4 clay, triggering our resource seller so that we have the clay to eat, but then also to leave the stone on the bottom so that we can grab a stone. So 4 clay into Reno Stonehouse reconstruction. And then we could play Plow Driver could be played by Bookmark so that we have it for the start of round 12 for 3 fields. Kind of feels not great considering I have Hoarder. Kind of wanted to play Hoarder last round, but Hoarder is long gone. We're just trying to scrape. Well, we have the resources for Hoarder. We do. Maybe I play Hoarder next round, and then Plow Driver can come in round 12. Give up on 1 field, give up on 2 points. Well, I guess 1 point is better than 2 points, so I should Plow Driver. Yeah, because the first, second, third resources are the same either way. Unless I want to play it with this action. I think this action is probably fencing. So leave 1 wood behind and downsize. Alex plays Pelts. I guess instead of Reno Stonehouse Reconstruction, I could play Kudzu, and then it spreads one extra time. So that probably makes up for the point that I lose. So then I could still do something with Hoarder. So yeah, so Reno, I could Reno Kudzu because Kudzu puts something out the round. Turn it comes down, so then it would cover 4 spaces, and then I mean I would have some empty spaces because of an extra empty field. But I feel like it makes up for it because I get one extra point from Hoarder and one extra point from Kudzu. I don't know. It seems okay. Pelts plus Animal Dealer seems good. I do have Yoke. What plows are out there still? There's Turnrest Plow, which probably will get played. Heavy Plow might get played by Alexandria if it got all the way back to her. So yeah, so I think my next round is take Clay, Reno, and then I have one free move. Taking a pair of boar, taking a pair of cattle looks okay. I think I can ignore. I guess I could play plow driver or hoarder. I guess playing Kudzu one round later is only one less point. Same. It's basically a similar math. Yeah, fields are good. I should play fields. Oh, I should announce my occupation here. I guess plow driver is a pretty bad play here if I don't play horde. If I don't get to a stone house, the only way I get to a stone house is if I get 4 clay into Reno, and if I force 4 clay into Reno, I'm losing out on 2 boar. Looks good. Cloister for 4 points. We'll gamble. Hope we get the 4 clay. Alright, Midlake's got Iron Plow. Seems like gambling a lot on field coming back is something else. That's quite a bit. Gambling a lot on Plow coming back, which it might not, but I got my clay, so I'll hit my stone reno here. If I can get through this harvest without eating a vegetable, that would be nice, because I do want to sow them. Alright, here's our play. Then 3 food and or 2 food, clay, to feed 6. And then wood to stone plus stone. And then pay a food for a field. Guess I could not eat a clay there, need a vegetable, but I think eating the clay is fine. I'm going to do another clay action anyways, so I definitely have a reed and a stone for my hoarder, so I can play it for 2 points in round 13. I'll probably start player first move if it comes to me. Start player kudzu. This is where I don't love the iron plow for mid lake because it just ends up being a +1 plow because he didn't get the sow action last round. Or no, he must have. Oh, he had hay rake. Oh, unblockable plow. That's right. Hay rake. I wasn't paying attention. Now only I can family growth, right? Well, 2 rooms, 3 people, 3 rooms, 3 people, 5 rooms, 5 people. I know there are occupations, hard to keep track of the occupations, but you have more than enough time to do that on other people's turns. So if I can't get start player here, 2 sheep seems okay. So the question is, do I plow sow here or do I family growth? If I plow sow, obviously I get my vegetables sown. Family growth. What's this move? I could take grain. May as well play hoarder here, sure. I'm not sure what else I would do. I can take cattle, but I'd rather take 2 cattle. I don't really want to take 1 boar. So maybe take 1 grain with my last move. Family growth unless you plan to play gardener. I mean, I can play gardener. I guess the one thing is, how much do my opponents want family growth? Midlake wants family growth. Alex doesn't care quite so much. The other thing is, how are they feeding? Midlake's feeding is sort of a concern. Alex's feeding is sort of a concern. I think I'll gamble that family growth is going to come back because JG can't take it. Eat a boar to get a field and a marsh. Gardener yields 15 food. Thing is, I don't feel like I need to play gardener next round. I could plow sow, harvest once, eat 2 vegetables, and then play gardener in round 14 for some extra food. Like, I don't think I necessarily need, because I don't necessarily need to. gardener the first time it comes up. But sowing the grain is nice, of course. There's also 2 cattle, so I kind of feel like I can gamble a little bit. Like Midlake might decide that 2 cattle is better than family growth because of his if he has feeding problems. I don't know, does he really? They're not awful. Just needs to build the stone oven. But he's not that close to building it. Figures maybe he could take 4 food traveling players. And then what is Alex going to do? She generates 2 food from loom, 3 food from... So she only needs 3 food as well. And she doesn't mind eating food with her fireplace and pelts. I don't know. Not sure about this, but we'll try it. And Midlake immediately takes family growth, so... and then Alex might take 2 more, and then I just hate myself. Oh well. Sometimes it happens. So the 2 cattle are only food for JG, so I might get 2 cattle back. So that's good. Nope, he's taking 2 cattle for 8 food. Okay. We can plow. We could start player to plow sow. Yeah, I guess I like plow sow next round. We can grab a... What? Grab a clay. The clay might be worth 2 food. So what am I going to do? Probably maybe plow if it comes back. And then in round 14, family growth, some combination of family growth, animals, and 5 clay. Or sorry, plow, sow, family growth, and clay. And if I don't get family growth, I can take animals. Oh, plowing is not good because of plow driver. So I should take a sheep for 2 points. Sure. CFV for feed 6. Whoops. And stone to hoarder. And then food for plow driver. So if I take 1 clay next round, I don't want to eat clay. So then my start player action might be worth 1 point. But I'm probably going to want to eat a boar anyways, and I'll have an extra vegetable I can eat. So a boar and a vegetable, it's probably going to be enough on its own. Oh, I can eat a grain. Okay, good. So family growth without is 3 points if Alex doesn't take it here. So I get family growth and then 5 clay as my last 2 moves. So feed OVG for 7 food. And this one is finally over. And Horda read. So I have whatever I score plus 2. Well, we're up to hour 48. This is a long one. Probably about half an hour longer than it should have been. And especially with all the aborted attempts at starting the game, that's definitely been Alright, so my final score is 39. Just charcoal burning cloister dweller here. Oh, C-Dome, thanks for the subscription. I got an emote. What emote is that? Thank you. Oh, I get one of... Oh, it's probably some other subscribers thing. Well, thanks, C-Dome, for doing that. Yeah, this is a game. It's been pretty brutal. So do they all already score that number? Nope. Oh, there's some not great scores here. Alex probably wins because of Pelts and Loom. Oh, and she has Humble Farm Boy. Okay, so Alex will hit like 46 or 47 or something. But the other two are not doing all that well. They're not doing much better than me. I guess 4-point Cloister for JG. You gonna build another room? Take stone and build another room for another 4 points. All right, Midlake's got bakery for some food. Okay, so JG gets a better score there. Oh, did manage to... Oh, of course! A Stonehouse Builder. I always forget about that secondary effect of Stonehouse Builder. That it discounts your stone rooms. $52. Whoa. Four-point pelt. Two-point loom. Humble farm boy. I guess she probably breeds a point or two. Seems kind of high. I wonder if I'm missing some other points, maybe. Hey, we're not last. Beat Midlake at 36. Yeah, Midlake who... Well, I guess he didn't take star player in round one. It was just that we still happened to start fourth. That's a bit of a painful one there. Sorry, guys. And my point ceiling was pretty low for this one, so I mean, even if the game goes perfectly, how many more points can I get realistically? Like 3 points from a family member and 3 points from a cattle for 45. Probably when I only family growth once, I should have got Humble Farm Boy. I just find Humble Farm Boy is annoying to play around, but I mean, obviously Alex made this work with Reed Collector and Humble Farm Boy. And I mean, Pelts and Loom are two pretty good miners. Take a quick look at the draft. Three, 3, 9, 4, 9, 5. So I took Veggie Importer ahead of Champion Breeder here. Pipe Smoker and Mountain Plowman and Gardener all have higher powers, although the latter two are, or the middle two are picked later. So I don't know. If I take Mountain Plowman here, then I probably take Loom first pick. And then Resource Seller here over Organized Handyman. I wasn't that happy with my mid-game miners. And this pack is pretty bad, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I'm pretty surprised Champion Breeder went as late as it did. Now, Loom, Bookmark is close to Loom in power, but it's drafted a little later. So, yeah, Loom's probably the best card in this pile. So I probably should have left myself in a position to take it. And downsizing. Yeah, downsizing is the best card here. Mountain Cave is the best card in this pile, too. So I don't think I drafted that badly, but maybe the game plan I crafted after my draft should have been more flexible given where I ended up in the family growth queue. And just given where the actions that I got in stage 1. Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Hi, Alex. I will probably not stream tomorrow. So I'll probably stream on Sunday is my plan. But yeah, not tomorrow. So, alright. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. And we'll see you next time. Bye.